What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Gran Turismo 6, and today we are doing a Gran Turismo 6 Manufacturers Championship where I get 8 different manufacturers over 3 different rounds and we see how they go. This is the first round, 500 PP at Brands Hatch Indy Circuit, and we are starting off with Nissan, and for this one I got the 240SX. I wanted a car. I was looking at cars with just over 400 PP to start with for this, and the 240SX I thought would be really cool. I didn't really want to use the Skyline because I'll be using one of those probably in the next round, so I thought I was looking through the cars and the 240X was my choice. It's a pretty cool car. Sadly it doesn't have an interior, but still a nice car, fairly nice to drive. Maybe not the quickest, but definitely not too bad. Our next manufacturer is Ferrari, and I decided to go with the Ferrari Dino 246 GT. This is the cheapest, I believe, and the lowest PP Ferrari that there is in the game. So I thought, you know what, I might as well use it. I think it's got 413 PP from the get-go. So yeah, I thought, you know what, why not? Might as well use this. My other options really were cars that cost millions and millions of credits. This one only costs, I think, 90,000 credits, so I thought it'd be pretty good. This thing ended up having a decent amount of power and ended up weighing not very much at all. I believe this only weighed about 960 kilograms or something. It was under 1,000 kilograms, which was really good. The next manufacturer was BMW, and I decided to go with the Z4. I've driven this car a few times in this game, and it's a fairly good car. You know, I quite like this car. I'm not the biggest fan of BMWs. You know, they're kind of the sort of cars that I'm like, yeah, I mean, they're alright, but they're not, you know, fancy, awesome cars. And, you know, the Z4, I don't mind, so I thought, you know what, I might as well go with it. Yeah, it was quite a nice car to drive, not really too much to say about it. Quite a cool colour that it comes in, this kind of weirdish sort of blue. It's not this normal sort of blue you'd find, so yeah, it was quite nice to see that, and it was all round a pretty good car to drive. Up next was Ford, and I went for the Ford Focus ST. This is the older version, the 2000 and... oh god, can't remember, 2008? Is it? 2006? I'm not sure. The 2000 and something version of the Focus. I personally prefer this Focus to the 2013 Focus, the newest one. Just because, I don't know, I just prefer the look of this Focus. It reminds me more of, you know, the old Need for Speed games where I used to have a Focus. This was kind of the last version of that type of Focus. And yeah, it was an alright car. With it being front wheel drive, you did get a little bit of understeer, and as you'll see, quite a bit of smoke around the corners, but that was quite common with all these cars. All round though, a pretty good car to drive. Up next was Mercedes-Benz, and I decided to go for the SL500. Now there's two versions of this car. There was one which had slightly less PP before this one, but it costed like, I think it had 10 less PP, but it cost about 70,000 credits more. And I like the look of this one better than the other one, so I thought, you know what, stuff it, I'm going to go with this one. This one started off at about 440 PP, so I believe it is the highest starting... oh no, it's not the highest starting PP car, that's the next car we'll get to, but yeah, it is one of the highest starting cars. Wanted to use the Mercedes 190E, but sadly that doesn't quite get up to 500, but this one was a pretty good car also. Up next is the Aston Martin DB7 Vantage Coupe. This was the highest PP of all the cars here, because with Aston Martin, the only car they have under 500 PP is this car, and I believe it's got 484 PP, 483, something around there. So yeah, it's already quite high up. I couldn't really do much to it. I believe I put a sports computer and stage 2 of weight reduction, so it's quite heavy. It weighed about 1,800 kilograms or something, 1,006, I can't remember. Weighed quite a lot, so yeah, I mainly wanted to get the weight out of it. It did have quite a lot of power. This was by far the most powerful car we had. Up next is the Audi S4. Decided to go with the S4 because, well, I don't know, it was a car that I hadn't driven in this game yet. Once again, it doesn't have an interior like a lot of the cars on this list. However, that doesn't stop me from using it. By the way, I didn't even mention in this video I'm using my wheel to drive, so I'm using manual with the shifters, the flappy pedal shifters. I didn't even say that before, did I? Whoops. Yeah, using my wheel, so if my driving isn't fantastic, I apologise. That is because it's my wheel. However, I am getting used to my wheel, mainly on Gran Turismo and also on Project Cars, getting a bit better with it. But anyway, I'm not talking about my wheel, I'm talking about the Audi. It was a pretty good car, pretty nice to drive, and all round just pretty cool. And the final manufacturer that I decided to go with on this championship was Chevrolet, and I decided to go with the Chevrolet Camaro IROC-Z, I believe it's called, concept. Yeah, pretty awesome car. Once again, a car that I haven't driven in this game or any game, and it was just something I wanted to have a go with. I believe I put a supercharger on this car to make it a bit different. A lot of the other cars didn't really. We didn't really have much with turbos actually. Most of them they either stayed naturally aspirated, or if they were already turbocharged or whatever, they stayed like that. Didn't really do anything to them. But yeah, decided to go with the supercharger on this one just to kind of see how it would do, and it was fairly decent. So now we go on to the lap times. I mean, you can see them all there. I'm not going to read them out, but you can see that Ferrari comes up in first, Mercedes in second, Audi third, BMW fourth, Chevrolet fifth, Ford sixth, Nissan seventh, and Aston Martin eighth. And then we go on to the points of this whole thing. The way I'm figuring out the points is like this. So first place was the Ferrari, so that's 16. Mercedes 14, Audi 12. You know, we're just gonna go down by 2 points each time. So first place will get 16 points. Last place will get 2 points. And that's how I'm gonna do it. I was just gonna do single points, like just 8 to 1. But then I thought, that's a bit boring. I might as well mix it up a little bit. Might change it a little bit. You know, make it a bit more interesting. So I did that. But anyway, that is it for this video, guys. If you enjoy it, please go ahead, like and subscribe. The next video of this round 2 should be out probably next week or something. There's going to be 3 rounds, and I am looking forward to the next one. It's going to be 550 pp, same manufacturers that were in this one, so it should be pretty awesome. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.